Hello and welcome back to Solid Print with me, Benjamin Keyser. What if you could explore the possible applications for electronics without being limited by materials, and what if you could do that all right from your workbench? Voltera NOVA speeds up your R&D by printing electronic circuitry on flexible materials to get your products to market faster. It uses a direct right extrusion technique. NOVA can print exactly where you want it and nowhere else. It is the world's first benchtop printer for soft, stretchable and conformable additive electronics. I'll also be joined today by Jack Fennerty, our technical engineer and expert in the Voltera systems.
Hello, my name is Jack Fennerty. I'm a member of the technical team at Solid Print 3D, and I'm mainly responsible for dealing with the V1 and NOVA and all the other technologies that Voltera offer. The mounting plate is made of porous titanium, which can hold a negative pressure, meaning that when the vacuum in the machine is active, it generates a suction which holds flexible and stretchable materials secure to the platform. The vacuum inside the machine pulls from a few points, but the mounting plate has an internal structure which evenly distributes the pressure across the entirety of the surface, meaning it's the same at every point. The NOVA comes with a set of clamp units that can be secured into holes located on the underside of the mounting plate. From there, more rigid substrates, mounting jigs or whatever else you want can be secured to the machine.
Well, the print head has a camera that serves a number of purposes. So once it homes, you can use it to position the circuit onto the substrate, the pattern of the circuit there, and you can align it with any existing features and checking that there is actually a substrate present for you to print on. So the calibration process is a guided step-by-step workflow where you can determine the dispensing pressure of the ink, you then draw a pattern, and you can then assess the quality of that pattern and adjust it by repeating the process until you're happy with the pattern itself. Yeah, absolutely. So the flow test is a similar process, but it mainly serves as a sort of quick check to ensure that the pressure is stable within the extruder and that there's no blocks at all in the nozzle.
The probing mechanism probes the height at a number of points around where the circuit is positioned. This way it can adapt to subtle variations in the height to ensure that the extrusion remains consistent regardless of what surface you're printing on. The system has a height mapping function, which allows it to continuously adjust the height at which it's printing, meaning it can extrude evenly on angled or curved surfaces. The system has both a ruby-tipped probe module as well as a more securely mounted disc probe near the calibration plate. These two elements touch off against each other to calculate the precise positioning of the printhead.
Well, it's exactly the same process as regular inks. You just load your ink of choice into an empty cartridge, which are available through our website, via a Lehr syringe, and connect it to the base of the cartridge via the Lehr lock. Yeah, it just needs to have a suitable viscosity for the nozzle itself and for the extrusion process. So if it's too thick, it might clog the nozzle. If it's too thin, it'll just run out. So it just has to have a small enough particle size that it won't clog the nozzle at all, and it needs to have some sort of curing process afterwards that allows it to solidify once it is printed. Yes, so gold and carbon inks are indeed very cool to print with, and inks with specific sort of resistive properties and different inks that can act as substrates for making multi-layer circuit boards are also very interesting. And the potential to produce and print with new inks will just continue to expand in the not too distant future, and we're very excited to see where that heads to. And indeed, if you don't even want to print with an ink, you can print with other substrates and other materials. So for instance, back at Christmas time, Voltera did release a video where they printed a gingerbread man and they printed the icing on top of that, which was very tasty, I'm sure. Well, a huge thank you for watching today's video, and also a massive thanks to Jack Fennerty, who helped us out with it as well. I hope you guys learned as much today as we certainly did. And if you do want any more information about Nova, then please do get in touch using the links below, or you can call 01926 333 777, or email us on info@solidprint3d.co.uk. And as always, folks, don't just have a good day, have a solid day.